Previously, with our first day in Washington, we spent our time exploring downtown Seattle. Starting off at Pike Place Market, we walked around, looked at the local vendors, watched some fish throwing, and of course we had to get some New England clam chowder from Pike Place Chowder, which, although it originated in New England, I have to say this was the best clam chowder I've ever had. And then we made our way over to the Seattle Space Needle. We had some wonderful views at the top of the mountain ranges, the Sound, and the surrounding city. And then we ended our day at Golden Gardens Park to watch the sunset, which was just so magical, watching the sun set behind the Olympic Mountains. I mean, words cannot describe just the pure bliss that I experienced while I was here. So it is the next day, and today is a little bit more dreary and rainy outside, so we're going to do the Chihuly Gardens, and then I think we're going to explore a bit more of Fremont, since that's where my brother is going to be living. He's moving from the Bothell area to Fremont, so we're going to explore Fremont a little bit, and then I think we're going to go rock climbing as well. So Chihuly Gardens is an exhibit in Seattle located right next to the Space Needle, and actually if you're purchasing tickets, you can often get the two together. This exhibit showcases the studio glass of Dale Chihuly, a Washington native who studied glass and taught for over a decade. The exhibition hall is composed of 8 galleries and 3 drawing walls. Each exhibit has its own mood. The light, the colors, the art is truly unlike anything I've ever seen before. One of my favorite parts about the exhibit is actually seeing how the direction of the light changed the look of each piece. The garden portion of the exhibit was definitely a highlight for me. I just love seeing how his art intermingled with the plants and trees. Later in the day, we decided to walk around local Fremont shops and grab lunch. We had lunch at the cutest sandwich and spirit cafe before continuing exploring around downtown Fremont. We of course had to see the Fremont Troll, which is underneath the George Washington Memorial Bridge. And believe it or not, the car that's in that troll's hand is an actual VW Beetle encased in concrete. At the bottom of the hill from the Fremont Troll is a piece of the Berlin Wall, which actually commemorates Boeing's role in the 1948 Berlin airlift. We wrapped up our day in Fremont with a delicious cup of coffee from Milstead before heading back to home and relaxing. Make sure you stay tuned for our next adventure, which begins in the San Juan Islands.